right. Okay, the meeting of September Washington Parish Tourism Commission is called to order. Can I get a roll call?
Cynthia August.
Here.
Ella Bickham.
Here.
Lorraine Hall.
Here.
Edna Kennedy.
Here.
Tanya Sharp.
Here.
And Crystal Peterson.
Here. Okay, a quorum has been established. May I get someone to volunteer for invocation? If not, I will appoint.
I'll do it.
Okay.
Lord, thank you so much for your love and your mercy and your grace and your forgiveness, Lord. And thank you so much for your presence in our life, Lord. Thank you for the wonderful gift of friends and fellowship and the joy we share here together today as we try to move this parish and this community forward, Lord. We pray for wisdom and discernment and guidance and try to make good decisions that would benefit all of our people, Lord. We just pray if you would have peace in this world and peace in the hearts of all our men, Lord. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Amen. Okay, we're moving right along on our agenda. And we have as our terrific spotlight with us here today, if I'm saying it correctly, Norba Mountain Bike Festival chairperson, president, representative. And we all were excited with looking out the window to see you drive up. And we will just welcome you to share with us about this upcoming festival and the things that you are involved in.
Sure, I appreciate it. I'll have to tell you a story about that. It got Facebook famous. Somebody thought I was. I'll tell y'all a story about it. But it allows me to do a lot of volunteering at the park, and I could just sleep in the van. So it's a wonderful thing. So Toby Cortez, I'm the development coordinator with Norba, and Norba is a not-for-profit entity that entered into a partnership with Louisiana State Parks. And that partnership allowed us to build the mountain bike trails that we have. The first person that I got a yes from was Washington Parish in backing the project. And without Washington Parish's backing, I probably wouldn't have been as energetic as I was with the parish. So parish definitely did a lot for that park. Started off as a dream, and now at the mountain bike park we have 20 miles of mountain bike trails. We have and it's if you ever go out there, you'll see a little bitty sign under the kiosk, or a big sign, that says Washington Parish Fair. The design inspiration for the mountain bike park was actually a fairground, and I built the trailhead as a fairground with rides all around the parking lot. And so we have this thing that we call the dual slalom, or the flying scooter, where two people can get on a bike and go in tandem on this dual course. We have the Mizell Wow Mouse. That is a asphalt pump track that tons of kids use if you go out there at any time. It was specifically designed to attract all levels. So expert riders can ride it, but we also have 2-year-olds and 3-year-olds on scoot bikes that ride it. The past parish president, the Thomas Tumble, that we have is our skills park. That skills park was built out of wood, and you can view it along with the million other people that viewed it on YouTube of building that park. So not only did we do some unique things and some fun things, but we also got a lot of very influential people on YouTube to be able to build that. So got a lot of attention and 1 million views from that. And then we have this little bitty balance bike course that kids can come 2, 3 on their balance bikes and start to learn. So you learn on the bitty bike, then you go to the pump track. And then we have a world-class jump park where kids can come and jump. We call that Sky Ride. And so you can stay bring 2 wheels, and you can stay at the trailhead all day. But we have so much more than that. We just finished a $500,000 renovation of the coaster, which was designed as a chip seal trail. So it's a hard surface trail. We have a lot of erosion issues that we go through. And this trail is absolutely amazing in people on scoot bikes, in people on expert level. Both enjoy it, which is very, very unique. Usually you have just expert trails and beginner trails. Now we have people that go on side by side. And that's why it's so popular. The trail is so popular because the way it was designed, it was for everybody. And then what we developed after that is the community that came with it. So we have a huge mountain bike community. We have 200 paid members for Norba. So actual paid members for Norba is 200 people actually spend their money to be paid there. We raised money. We probably raised probably about $1 million outside of state and federal grants to bring in there, and we probably have $500,000 worth of volunteer hours in there. Anytime you go to the park, you will see 20 volunteers at the park. They probably have somebody there right now working to make it a better place. That's just what the mountain bikers believe. They believe that it's a beautiful place and they should give back. So it teaches the kids how to give back. It's an amazing thing to watch. We don't just believe in mountain biking. We've also helped out a lot with the park on just raising the park up. And my last endeavor that I led was to build a rock bouldering park. And so we're going to have 3 very large synthetic rock boulders built that will be pro level. So we'll have one that's huge and it'll be pro level, medium level, and then a kiddie one that's done. We have secured $600,000 from a federal grant, and we're working on the matching funds, but we believe we're going to start construction. So a total new venture from mountain biking, rock climbing that we're going to bring. It really will be a world-class park. And it is a world-class park. And we get people from Vancouver, we get people from Canada, we get people from all over the world come, and they are like, wow, I had no idea that this was in the state of Louisiana. We also created the community that goes around that. 2 of the things that we're most proud of, we have tons of group rides. 2 of the things that we're most proud of is something called LAS. It's the Louisiana Area Single Track Sisters. Women only, and it's just a time to get women together. So if women want to get into the sport, they're like, man, I don't know how, and then they're tired of their husband mansplaining everything, they can come out in an environment that is women only, and they just have rides, they have these retreats, and Beth Mizell has sponsored the last conference. They had a 2-day conference about women's health, women's issues, and that's been wildly successful, and we will probably, at each month's ride, we usually have 25 to 35 women only, come out and ride. We just partnered with Louisiana Secretary for Veterans Affairs, and the next venture we're doing is called Dirt Ops. So I have, my father-in-law is a veteran, and I just see the effects that has on our veterans, and what effect it has on the next generation of those veterans if they have trouble dealing with those issues. And one of the simplest ways is just to get them out back in nature. And so we are creating right now Dirt Ops with this partnership that we're doing with Veterans Affairs called Dirt Ops, and they're just going to get together and ride. And also our wounded veterans. This is going to be something amazing that we're going to have in September. Am I being too long?
No.
This is going to be.
We're out here with like,
This is a lot of information.
It's crazy the things that we do
your
out there.
enthusiasm is just, yeah.
In February, we're going to have 10 adaptive veteran riders. They lost the ability to use their legs. And the one thing that we did at the park is we designed it for everybody. That includes these adaptive riders. And I got videos that I could try to maybe get. But the videos show they're in these adaptive mountain bikes, 3-wheel adaptive mountain bikes. And I have a hard time as an expert bike rider keeping up with them. And they've really done an amazing job. But it's a little bit wider, and the jumps and stuff can't be as steep. So this last venture, the Cortez Coaster that we made, that $500,000 that we invested, we specifically designed it for adaptive riders too. At the grand opening, we had about 5 adaptive riders come, and they all loved it, and they were just, it's amazing. So in February, adaptive riders and able-bodied veterans are going to get together for a celebration day, and it's going to be pretty huge. And we've got them set up, and they're going to be coming from all over the country to come to that. We're going to call that the Mardi Gras Mambo, but that's what we have. So all of these things, people will keep on, give us events. And so our biggest event of the year is coming up October 3rd, 4th, and 5th. And we have flyers, and we also have cards that you can take all of these and just make sure they at all of the businesses. And this is just really a celebration both for people who want to race and people who just want to come out and see some cool stuff. On Friday night we're gonna have a night ride. So we have these high-powered lights that we put on our bike. And last year we had this haunted tour that was probably 70 people showed up to this haunted tour at night, and I didn't expect that many people to show up. And it was fun. This year we're gonna just do a night ride, simple night ride, just riding around the park at night. And then on Saturday we've got several events. And a time trial, what we call an enduro. You only get timed on the down hills, and then we're going to bring it back. So like right after 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, everything's going to start happening around the trailhead, and it's be very, very viewer friendly. And we're going to have a dual slalom race, and then after that we're going to have a pump track race, and we're going to have a band called Echo Forge that's going to be playing. So it's a good time to come out and just enjoy the fellowship. We're going to have Gnarly Barley Beer is going to be out there. Coca-Cola is sponsoring us to come out, and they're going to bring Coke products. We'll have pizza, and then after that we're going to have a little bitty scoot bike race, so a little bitty kid race at that. And then Red Bull is they're trying to hire somebody, and they've had us on their schedule. And if that person is hired, Red Bull's coming out, and they've been out to the park a whole bunch of times, and they're actually going to have this crazy looking vehicle, kind of look like my van out there, and it pops open at the top, and they have a DJ, and it's pretty cool. But the one of the things that's absolutely sensational that people are going to be able to see is probably one of the world's greatest kids being able to ride a mountain bike. This kid was the youngest kid sponsored by GoPro and Oakley. He's 10 years old, and he can do a double backflip, and he's riding. He is definitely going to be somebody that's going to be absolutely amazing. Early on, I had a friendship with the father, and they've just kind of adopted the park. There is no reason for them to come all the way south to come to this. They've been in Whistler, and they've been at all of these huge events, at Red Bull events, and we got them to come, and the family comes and supports it. It's 3 kids called Trail Behind Bars, and one of the kids that's sponsored. His older brother is a very, very good rider. And then, but the best rider of them all is a little 6-year-old girl. And she will blow your mind at the stuff that she can do too. So Trio Behind Bars, they're coming. And one of your councilmen, I forgot his name, I'm sorry. This is live, huh? But he's donating the lights. And then, so at night, at 7 o'clock at night, we actually, when the sun goes down, we actually got construction lights, and we're going to have a jump jam. We got to have these humongous jumps called the Giddy Up Gaps. I don't know if y'all know Frank from down south, but Frank donated some money and helped us build these world-class jumps. And so we're going to have a bunch of people jumping them and doing all kind of tricks, and people can just watch. And we're going to have a DJ set up on the corner of the parking lot overlooking it. It's a really amazing scene. We're going to have crazy little games that you would see at in between innings at baseball. And we're going to be giving away things. Louisiana State Parks donated a couple $300 gift cards that we're going to be giving away for people playing those silly games. So it should be an absolute amazing event. And then on Sunday, we're going to have a cross-country race on Sunday with free jambalaya, all those who participate.
Washington Parish Tourism does plan to come to set up its tent on Saturday and be out at the trailhead as well. So we will be there giving away some promotional items as well. We have also that video you sent to us. We have added it to the webpage.
Oh, perfect.
Did you want me to play it?
Yeah, absolutely. That'd
Let's
be
see
great.
here. It's on the webpage. So we. It's a great thing to watch the people and then to connect with the visitors that are from out of state and where
Right.
they're from. And last year I got caught up with everybody that was there making different podcast and media things, and I would then go follow them to see what they posted about our area. And so there are people there that are actually recording and video and taking pictures, and then they're going back and publishing them. So it's a great feature.
Please reach out to me. Any kind of businesses that want to get a partnership with Norba. I just talked to What's Up Coffee. Didn't realize that. We didn't know
Yeah.
each other, and he reached out to me. So we're gonna start working together, and so like we definitely want to. My history is in economic development. I finance government projects and working on a lot of P3s and a lot of different public-private partnerships. So the main drive for me to do this is actually to get people to stop leaving Louisiana. And so giving them world-class entertainment for the people in their 20s and 30s, and then giving people a family affair that they don't have to leave. Because we're competing against people in North Carolina and states like that have world-class entertainment and recreation, and we have it now. So we're doing this for people. Often call me, man, where can I stay? It's all sold out everywhere. So if you know anybody that wants to kind of advertise or anything, I mean, just call me and let me know, and we can definitely discuss. Patty has all my contact information.
Well, again, thank you,
Thank you.
Toby. I definitely was like, even in my younger years, I don't think I would have been able to do anything like that. But to be able to come out and just watch and say, "Wow, this is going on in Washington Parish." We thank you for your enthusiasm, and we thank you for your presentation. And Patty will definitely.
And you're leaving some flyers, you said?
And so I have
Yes,
flyers.
yes,
I have big
yes.
ones and I have little ones.
Yeah.
And they
And
have-
we will disperse these posters throughout town at some of the hot spots in
Yes.
town to make sure everybody is aware of it.
And we could probably hand out some for the schools.
Yeah.
Yeah, get kids
I mean, I think the
involved.
kids would love to come
Yeah,
out.
Yeah.
I know my granddaughter would love that.
Just come and watch the Saturday, and if they got a 2-wheel bike, all of them can enter the pump track race. It's really, really easy. We'd love to have.
Yeah, that'd be
Tanya
fun.
went to What's Up.
Yeah, I went to White's Up and let them know, and that's how they got with you.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, I went around to a few places in town to try to get some of our locals, and Bogalusa, Mount Herman in here. I wasn't able to get on out, venture out further. But yeah, I've tried to tell them, hey, this is going on there. Y'all should try to get a vendor there, and What's Up is gonna be there.
And this is the 5th year, is that
the
right?
5th year.
So I think you're gonna see growing as the word spreads.
Yeah, 'cause,
You know.
yeah.
And we really want a partnership with restaurants, any kind of, housing, any kind of type of housing, in that thing, because a lot of people are coming from Mississippi and coming in and come pass through the town, and then you're only 4 miles away, so people are always looking for places to go after they ride.
And you have someone there every week, you said?
Yeah, well, I mean, people are riding every weekend, and so we'll probably have a couple of hundred people come through every weekend.
Yeah.
Just through, and if the weather's good, we have our parking lot can hold like 120 cars, and it'll flip over a couple times a day.
Yeah. That's good. Thank you.
So if somebody
Our pleasure.
wanted to be a vendor there, what would they need to do?
Contact us, and then also if you wanted to be a vendor, a sponsor, if you wanted to volunteer, if you have any questions, contact Toby Cortez, 504-913-4985. Feel free to text me.
And they have to go through Bogota State Park too, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, if they wanted to be a permanent vendor for at the state parks,
Yeah.
they can definitely go through and I'll lead them to where to go to get a vendor agreement with Louisiana State Parks.
That was awesome. Thank you.
Well, thank you again.
Made me want to go.
Okay, I would like to just backtrack a little bit. I forgot to recognize the other person that we have here, just as for her to just tell us a name.
Okay, my name is Wonderland Weary, and I'm from Bogalusa.
Okay, we thank you, Ms. Wonderla, for being here. Okay, and so now we're gonna move on to approval of our minutes from August 2025. I know that our minutes were emailed to us, and they're also found behind your blue tab. Got something sticking out of my book here, your blue tab. So if you wanna take just a couple of minutes, and then I'd like to get a motion to dispense of the reading of the minutes.
I make a motion to dispense with reading of the minutes and
Okay.
accept them.
Okay, can I get a second?
Second.
Okay, it has been, motioned and moved, in second that we dispense of the reading of the minutes and accept the August, minutes as we, have received them. Can I get a roll call for a vote on that motion?
Cynthia August,
Yes.
Ella Bickham,
Yes.
Lorraine Hall,
Yes.
Edna Kennedy,
Yes.
Tanya Sharp,
Yes.
and Crystal Peterson.
Yes.
Okay, again, it has been motioned, second, and voted on that we accept the August minutes. And we will now move on to our financial report for August 2025 from our executive director.
The checking account balance was $93,261.75 according to the statement ending August 31st, 2025. You will see the disbursements for the month of August listed there. If there are any questions on any of those, I will be happy to answer those.
Questions, anybody? Okay, can I get a motion for approval of our financial statement?
I'll make a motion to approve financial statement.
Okay, it has been motioned by Edna Kennedy, second by Lorraine Brazil, that we approve our financial statement. Can I get a roll call for that, please?
Cynthia August,
Yes.
Ella Bickham,
Yes.
Lorraine Hall,
Yes.
Edna Kennedy,
Yes.
Tanya Sharp,
Yes.
Crystal Peterson.
Yes.
Okay, so it has been, motioned, second, voted upon, we will accept our financial statement. And now that brings us to our old business, our occupancy tax update.
I hesitate to say, I guess that always will be old business as on the general, but I gave you a staple packet of several things that I will be referring to in there. And if you go over to the third page, you can see that I actually received an email from Jamie Butts at the Sheriff's Department, as she is the employee that is actually over the tax collection. I actually sent her because we had not heard from anything on a statement yet. And for lack of better knowing, I guess we're just going to have to sit on patience. If you read her letter, the software company is working on adding that in, and I talked with Michelle Pinton this morning, and she said yes, for us just to be patient, that it all has to be added in the parish taxing online process. And then she says, and then notifying all of the vendors, and she does, Jamie does in the letter say that she did, she has sent out delinquent funds to folks. There are also some folks that are quarterly payers and they don't pay by the month. But then she also sent, if you will flip on through, you can actually see who has turned in occupancy tax so far. And there are only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 places that have paid occupancy tax. So we know we have a long way to go of getting folks to comply by the new occupancy tax collection, and then getting the paperwork to make sure that it is all collected. And also, you know, at the state level, and Nick knows some more about this than probably I do, your Airbnbs and your Expedia and all of that, that's at the state level being paid through somewhere else. And then how long is it gonna take us to actually get that tax dollar. And with Michelle's projection for the new budget, and we've all been safe at doing this, we're not expecting to expend major monies, we're expecting just to replace our monies that we're expending from our budget, from our fund account with some of these tax dollars, and it's going to be, if you see right there, for the first month, $2,000, I mean, we're spending more than that a month, so,
Do we have a list of, do we have a list of the ones that, like, of all of them?
I asked Michelle about that this morning, and she said that was not necessarily our job to police that is the,
No, but do we have a list
List.
of them?
She said we could make a list of those things that we were aware of, and then as it goes through, like about January at the end of the year, if they have not paid a half a year's, if they haven't submitted anything, then we would need to reach out to make sure that they were aware of that.
Am I interrupting you?
No. Can we help you?
Yeah, I've got this, to give to somebody.
I've got one of those. I do. I have
you
one of
have
those
one?
about the tree thing.
Yeah.
Yes, I will. I will
Okay, I
add it
just
to the
wanted to
things.
get that out, so we need
Okay,
to
I
word
will.
out.
Thank you.
Thank
you.
Thank you. For her to actually, for us to see, like if there's a particular park that we know that has overnight guests,
Yeah,
and then it gets to be January 2026 and they've remitted zero occupancy tax, that we would need to follow up with, but it's not our place to send delinquent notices,
Right.
but it may be, she said it may be in our avenue to educate folks on where we're going with the occupancy tax.
that's not, yeah.
And like I said, this is
I
what
mean,
I've
cause
got.
like if we have like
yeah.
15 different places and there's only like 5 on the list, then, I was just wondering like, who were the rest
Right,
of them?
and I think it is a matter
Is
of
that
working
not-
out the logistics.
But didn't the sheriff's department, did they not?
They sent out notices, yes,
Right.
yes. But from what I
So-
understand, when a business goes to pay their taxes, there's a portal that you go through online,
Mhm.
and that occupancy tax has not been added in that portal.
Oh,
Gotcha.
okay.
And that is something that's going through either a software company or at higher up level than what
Mhm.
the
So
sheriff's
how are
department
these
does.
individuals now paying? Are they just sending a check in to the sheriff's
I
office?
guess they may have sent a check, or they may be your upfront folks that are doing,
Cause they got their notice.
because they got the notice and did something different. Where if it's a personal campground person, they're doing it through that portal, and it's not actually telling them they have to pay that yet, but they will. It's gonna end up being
Yeah,
backtracked. And I know she said the delinquent notices, and I did talk to one campground owner, and they paid theirs. They're not on the list, but they got the delinquent notice. So all of that has got to be ironed out. And I think we're just gonna have to sit back and, be patient and let it
Yeah,
get going.
I guess the part of that silver lining would be,
Mm-hmm.
it's not as long as it has
It
been,
has been,
because
yes.
we have not gotten
Right.
anything for years.
Right.
Yes.
Okay, patience is what I'm going to practice.
Yes. So I mean, that it's out there and it's rolling, if it can just help replenish some of the funds that we've been
Right.
spending,
Right.
that's a plus. But I mean, I will be watching and guiding, and Michelle suggested even doing like a spreadsheet of the places that we know, and as I get this, check off
Okay.
what was done so that we can watch at the end and see. And I thought I would give it a couple of months and maybe have Jamie from the sheriff's department or someone come back from the sheriff's department and explain to
Explain
us
to us.
specifically what is,
What's going on?
what's going on and what's happening and what we can foresee for the future, because this is not, looking at this amount times 12 is not what we were projected to take in.
I would, just like to suggest maybe that we do get her to come in November.
And that's what I was thinking in November.
Prior to the end of the year, just to see where we are at that point.
Okay. So that's all I have on the occupancy tax.
I think that suggestion is good. I don't think we need to have a vote on that, because it will be in the minutes that we will ask her to come in for our November meeting. November meeting being that we will not have one in October.
Right.
All right, any other questions or observances from our old business? Okay, let's move right along to our new business. Okay, here we are going to be looking at our director's report for August 2025.
That is behind your white tab there, director's report. For the month of September, I was invited to Bear Creek Cabins. They actually hosted an outdoor hospitality industry group of campground owners all across the US that actually came and gave them insight into how to expand their campground. And they do have plans to expand that campground to something much more major than not Bear Creek. I say Bear Creek every time. It's Boca Chica Swamp Cabins. Boca Chica Swamp Cabins. And if y'all want to take one of these, this is what I actually made and took and shared with those campground owners. It was a great day. We got to tour the facility. They gave me a tour of the facility and just some one-on-one interaction with some of those campground owners to what a tie it was that they worked with tourism to actually share the openings of their campgrounds and what their campgrounds offer. And again, they're I think since they see the partnership between the tax and the tax dollars, they've been open. And I will get to this on the agenda, but we are hosting some of the Houston media group during the fair week, and Bear Creek Cabins has made it a point that they can stay at Boca Chica Swamp Cabins, that they can stay at their cabins for that time. So that's a great plus, because they're wanting, of course, the publicity for the Boca Chica Swamp Cabins in that media mission. So they've offered us their cabins.
Does Boca Chica Swamp Cabins also have area where they have camper sites?
They have RV
RV
campsites there
campsites,
as well,
okay.
and they're
I thought
fixing
so.
to expand. If I remember correctly, 75 or more RV sites out there. So that's
Awesome.
really, they've got cabins, they've got cottages, they've got a larger group cabin out there. So they plan to expand all of that. I also attended there's a Capital Day meeting at Senator Mizell's office. I think you've gotten word that Washington Parish is planning on hosting and spotlighting a day at the Capitol in Baton Rouge. And I met with that. That's just the preliminaries of that and what they plan to do. I think parish government and everybody's going to be planned on that, and they have included tourism as part of that as well. So as those plans develop, I'll let you know on
When
that.
does that transpire?
They don't have a date. From what I understand, you cannot ask for a specific date until 3 a.m. January the 1st or whatever. You have to send in a request or whatever.
It's
Right,
probably
they're
like
like,
during the
yep.
session, when they're in
Gotcha.
session,
Yeah.
like March, April, May, something like that.
But the exact date and time, we're not sure on that. And as soon as they get that, there'll be some more specifics
And
made.
if we wanna go, we have to register with you, or we just all go?
Oh, we can just all go.
Okay.
You can just all go, yeah. They did discuss some different entities bringing tents, and I told them that we do have a Washington Parish, and it has the logo on it, tent, and then we could set up and do some things on that day. I did attend the Parish Pulse meeting, at the Washington Parish Fairgrounds. If you haven't been to one of those, just watch. They have a Facebook page you can follow. It's just a group of businessmen and officials throughout the state, throughout the parish, highlighting things that are going on, trying to promote different things that are going on. Toby, I think that would be a great place for you as it goes down the line to actually come and share
Sure.
some of the things about, because there's a guest speaker each month at the Parish Pulse, and that would be a way to get our businesses aware of what's going on at the park.
And the
I don't know
next
who's in
one-
charge of
the
hosting
next
those
one will
meetings,
be-
but
The next one will
It's
be
October 10th,
October, yeah.
and
October.
I'm speaking at that one.
and you're speaking at that one, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, Ellen is.
Do you
So
go
like,
through Susie Bourne?
Do I?
Do you go through Susie Bourne to be a
I don't know, they texted me and just
They
asked
texted
me.
So we will get into that. I think,
Okay.
you know,
Sure.
that would be a great opportunity for you
Is
to
that
share
the
with our Washington County
Country,
businesses
the country club, isn't it?
Yes,
In
it is.
Bogalusa, yes.
Yeah.
to do that. Sponsorships and advertisements. We haven't really had anything new. I did order the beads for the fair parade. They should be coming in. Upcoming events is the Blues Festival next weekend, September 26th to the 27th. We've got the Mountain Bike Festival, October the 3rd through the 5th. We are planning on setting up a tent on that Saturday. And then, of course, we've got the Washington Parish Fair, October the 15th through the 19th. Commercial display will be in the commercial building. And I've got a start of our outside decorations in there in front of my desk there, so we will be setting up a display outside. We are also hosting Tico, and I know at least one Houston guest on that Sunday. They're coming in Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. They're going to do St. Francis or the Tangipahoa area on Friday. They're going to do St. Francisville area on Saturday. And I mean, we could have picked either day, but knowing the area and knowing the crowd and the people, I didn't want to bring a local media person to the fairgrounds on a Saturday and you be shoulder to shoulder and wall to wall, and they want to tour and explore the area and you can't even drive down Main
Right.
Street. So I switched it to Sunday, and they will be spending Sunday night at Boca Chica Swamp Cabins. So with that, we will be exploring the park, the mountain bikes. I don't know if we'll do the park early in the morning and then hit the fairgrounds like from noon and then to the afternoon. But those are the two key places that I thought we would hit. I mean, it is one of our local festivals. The Mile Branch is open that day, and he's wanting to present her with some authentic hands-on activities. Well, you can go touch a cow, you can go milk a cow, you can groom a sheep, you can grind cornmeal, make syrup. I mean, if you want the authentic outdoor activities, that can happen there. The only thing, and if anybody has any ideas to share with me, other than eating at the fairgrounds on a Sunday during the fair, it's going to be tough to host out-of-town guests at a restaurant. I'm sure our Mexican places in town will probably be open, but other than that, I don't know of any.
Sugar Shack will probably be open.
Be open as well on Sunday.
Right, because he
Yeah,
won't be on the
because he
fairgrounds.
Sugar Shack's closed during the fair.
There's a lot of
Well,
restaurants.
they used to close because they were at
At
the
the
fair,
fair.
but now they're
Yeah.
not at the fair anymore. I don't think.
Oh, they're not?
No.
No.
Who's that?
Okay.
Who's
Who's got the big kitchen now?
The Pine Mall.
Pine
Pine Mall, yeah.
Oh.
I mean,
that
I'm
would
not
be great.
against eating.
That
I'm
would
not
be great
against
there, cause
eating
they have
there,
the
yeah.
whole funnel cake thing, and
Yeah.
like
But-
they do like a huge, like,
But
yes,
for
big
folks
deal.
that eat dinner later at night, like at 8 or wherever,
No.
we're gonna be in.
If it's gonna be 8 o'clock, it's gonna be the
Yeah,
Mexican.
It's gonna be
restaurant.
Mexican,
Right,
Because-
cause it's gonna be
Yeah.
closed.
Because-
Wait, let's don't forget our Asian friends.
There
The,
you
Don,
go.
the
right.
Chinese buffet, maybe.
Yeah, on
Yeah.
that corner.
A
Or
lot
either-
of restaurants, they do close with the fair. They
Well, that's what I'm saying. So that may
Yeah.
be, and they may just
But
have to
with this being
understand that.
Sunday, it may be different.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, they
Right.
may, be starting the week. and
Because
being
the
open.
fair will still be going on.
The still will be
Yeah,
going on.
yeah, we don't,
Yeah.
right, yeah, cause our last entertainment, I think, goes on at 7.
At 7. That's
Some of
good.
the
That's
places in
good.
Bogalusa will be open.
Yeah, well, that could be a possibility to
Yeah, some
drive
of the
that way
places in
and see.
Bogalusa will be
But I
open.
plan to stay with them. You know, I may, when we get to the fairgrounds, give a layout and then say, y'all go on your, you know, not follow them around and let them explore some on their own. But then I will show them back to Boca Chica Swamp Cabins. They'll check in there for the night. And then I was going to hit up at least someone local the next morning for breakfast cards and either the Cattleman's Coffee House or What's Up for coffee cards as they begin to leave Monday morning.
What's up?
And with that,
Shade.
whoever we
At the drugstore. by the
host,
drugstore.
part of our hosting is if, and I don't know particularly who the person is, if they are doing a magazine article or they're doing a TV broadcast, they have to go back and share and write about where they were. So that's advertisement, it's sharing our area with where they go. And Tico's pretty good about following up with us, sending us even though we may not see it, he gets a copy of it and says, here's what was published, you know, from your trip and from your visit. I've got a few things that are not on the, report, because as you folks know, it's just almost a constant around here now. So I was gonna make sure I hit as much of this as I could. I don't know a lot about what's going on, and President Seal, you might can interject on some of this as well. But you know, we donated some major funds to the, Fairground Park, the new playground area. I've been asked, and I will ask for you to do this in a motion. I've been asked to draft a letter of support from the tourism for that fairground park, and they're actually meeting Tuesday with parish, with the town council. There seems to be a wall, and they're not moving as quickly as or as fluently as they would like, and they're asking for community support to get this rolling. Do you know any more about that?
Just like what you said, I know they're meeting with the town, and they've got, I think they've got, thing maybe designed and laid out and stuff, the way they wanna do it.
But they're ready to roll with that. So with that, if we would like to, they're trying to collect as many support letters as possible to present to the town to show that the community is behind this project, and that they're ready to move forward with this.
Well, in that we've already given monetary support, I know that we are supporting the project, so I don't think there should be a problem with us saying that we, you know, we support it. So can we get a motion to draft a letter of support?
I'll make a motion.
Okay,
I
second.
second it.
Okay, we have a motion, by Edna Kennedy, second by Tanya Sharp, that a letter be drafted in support of the project, that is going on at the Washington Parish Fairgrounds, in that we have already financially supported.
Yes.
Can I get a roll call vote on that?
Cynthia August,
Yes.
Ella Bickham,
Yes.
Lorraine Hall,
Yes.
Edna Kennedy,
Yes.
Tanya Sharp,
Yes.
and Crystal Peterson.
Yes.
Okay, it's been motioned, second, and voted upon that we do, draft a letter of support for that project.
The other thing that had come quickly through, you will see that on the first packet here that I gave you, that we got an invitation, and this may be general, that's sent to everyone. In years past, we've just did basic membership, with LTA, that we got an invitation to move up to a tourism partner level for $1,000, and you can see the benefits there. I'm just leaving this open to you guys. We may wanna stay where we're at until we see how our funding goes. But that did come to me,
That's once a year, $1,000.
that's once a year, $1,000.
I think that would be feasible, don't you
Yeah, I
think?
would
Even
think
with the
so.
limited amount of that we're
Yeah.
receiving, I think that would be a feasible amount to
To go up a
go
level.
up a level.
I do, I agree with you.
I think so.
I mean, and that's some of why we don't get some things, because we're not, why we don't, and
Right.
I don't know that this would give us, you know, we can't set up at Capitol Day in the Capitol because we're not at the right level, you know. It says governmental representation, graphic design,
Is this the final level, or is there another?
no, I
top?
think there's another level up. Nick, do you know? Yeah, I don't know either.
We probably,
getting to move
it-
up a
it
level,
probably
I
be a while before we move up to whatever that.
Yeah,
is.
it might be a while before we move up.
But I think this would be
A prudent measure to
step
go ahead and move
Yeah.
up.
in the, yeah,
Okay.
Yeah,
in the
I
right
think that's a good
direction.
step.
So I don't think it'd be an
Okay.
issue. Mhm.
So do we need to get a motion to vote on that, or we're just gonna let that be in our minutes?
Well, I'll just put, approve that.
Okay, alright.
Yeah, you approved it, that's.
I don't
all
know,
else, yeah.
I'm just leaving this open to the floor. If you look at the second page there, there is the budget that Michelle Pitton, our CPA, prepared for us. I did send to the Louisiana Treasury Department asking where our 25-26 monies was. And I got the reply that they should be forthcoming that they were, of course, working on a new system. So there's gonna be a new, who knows what. I was inquired at the Parish Pulse meeting from our Representative Wobble, had we received our additional funding that he got allocated for us, and I said apparently it may be attached to this new procedure, and I haven't received anything. So with us not meeting in October, I don't know how quickly I will get something and then say, turn around and you've gotta send it back. So, Michelle proposed this budget based on that we were getting the 43,025 like we've gotten in the past years. So if we get an additional amount added to that, this budget is not going to work. But would we want to adopt this budget based on that we're getting 43,025, and then if it's different, we'll have to make an
And
adjustment?
then, yeah, with the,
Yeah.
with, if it's the 5% more, then we would have to, do an amendment, so.
Okay.
Yeah, so,
And with that, kind of explaining, that she takes it from basing it on what we've spent. You've got a total budget there. You can see what the cooperative endeavor budget is, and the cooperative endeavor budget is only including the 15,000 marketing proposal that Nick gave us, that we've already approved, and the only other things are salaries and wages. That's not necessarily, quote, a pay raise for me, that is just allowing for the extra hours. When I take the timesheet and I'm turning in more than 20 hours per week to allow for that. And the fund balance budget, notice that she's, she was aware that we paid our rent through, June. And knowing that we may move, she went ahead and figured from June into next year that we may be going up in rent if we had to move somewhere, so she's allocated $1,500 a month for that rent. Showing that the overall budget for the year would be 57,000, and I'm sorry, the total budget is 67,379.48. And the fund balance is showing 57,000, so that's where she's saying she didn't budget anything for any tax dollars. She's planning on those tax dollars funding our fund balance, because as we had predicted, we are eating that money down. And we have been eating it down, because when I came here, it was over 200,000.
yes, ma'am.
And now with this year's budget, we're down to 50,000, and that's how we were able to pass the tax, because we were showing them that if we keep going,
We won't have any.
we're eventually going to be down to nothing. So she didn't make any adjustments to doing anything predicting that we would be getting funds, because she feels like those funds need to replenish what we've been spending. So I guess with that, I would, and I'm guessing if I get something from the state, I've got to fill out that form and I've got to submit a budget. And I don't know what deadline that's gonna be, and I don't wanna wait till November,
Gotcha.
and we haven't approved a budget. So if we can approve this budget,
Right.
and then if we have to make changes, we can go
Then we
back
can
and
do
approve
that.
another one in November. But if we don't, I could go ahead and submit and get everything done. That was my thoughts on that. Any input on that?
Do we need to make a motion?
Yeah, we need to
accept-
make a motion
Okay,
to approve the
I make a
budget.
motion to accept the budget at this time.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion by, Crystal and a second by Lorraine that we accept this, proposed budget here, and that you go ahead and send it in as that, and we will work toward what we have to if we have to make those changes. Can I get a roll call vote on that?
Cynthia August,
Yes.
Ella Beckham,
Yes.
Lorraine Hall,
Yes.
Edna Kennedy,
Yes.
Tanya Sharp,
Yes.
and Crystal Peterson.
Yes.
Okay, it has been motion second and voted on that we accept and send in this, budget for, retirement.
And that is, I think that's all I had to, on the
Director's
director's report, yes.
Okay, now I need a motion to accept the director's report as we have gone through the various things that have been presented.
I so move that we accept the, director's report.
Second,
A second.
Okay, we had a motion to accept by Cynthia August and a second by Edna Kennedy, the director's report for August 2025. Can I get a roll call vote?
Cynthia August,
Yes.
Ella Bickham,
Yes.
Lorraine Hall,
Yes.
Edna Kennedy, Tanya Sharp,
Yes.
and Crystal Peterson.
Yes.
Okay, again, it has been motion, second, and voted upon that we accept the director's report. The next thing under our new business is, our Gagliana group report. I got it.
Yeah, you got First off, hello everybody. Where we were, just to get you up to date, is that in October we have the half-page ad for Country Roads coming out, and then in the fall we have, in October, they're going to start selling the map for the Bogachita State Park, redoing those, so we committed to the same size as last year and just do the new logo on that. And then in December, the state, Louisiana Travel Partners, they're doing a Christmas brochure, and Washington Parish has a photo ad in that as well. So we have that coming up. The new thing that we had budgeted is every other month, Action News 17 is going to do an interview. And so next Thursday with the fair, they have the flag raising, which is the 25th at 10 a.m. So I thought that would be a good time to have our interview. And so I talked to Patty and she agreed. And so what we're going to do is we'll kind of do like a little format, invite some people to speak. We'll get some fair officials, kind of talk about what's going on, so that way it leads up to the fair and get a little more publicity on that. So Patty will be reaching out to you guys as far as, you know, to talk and things of that nature. Yes.
When was the flag raising?
And the,
At what time?
Franklinton is, the 26th of September.
Okay.
Okaloosa
That's
is the
next Thursday.
second.
Thursday, okay.
Okaloosa's is the 2nd of October,
Okay, what time?
10 o'clock, both of them.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That was awesome.
Thank you.
Hey, take care.
We'll see you there.
Awesome. Come talk to me.
Yeah.
Don't make me tear this.
You need to come to the, just to see them, what they drive up in. It's amazing.
My grandson.
Now y'all know you're on camera.
That's all right.
There are no, Nick, you have anything else? There are no more sponsorships or advertisements, and then fair decorations. I will start those, and I may just send a text to say, hey, I'm gonna decorate today, or start if anybody's free and wants to come, you know, work that day. It's usually a good hard day of staple gunning and tacking and doing, but I'll try to work on that a little along the way.
All right, okay, there are any other concerns that we have here?
So when is the competition for the
I think it's the Saturday before the fair. Is it the I
The
don't have a
window
calendar.
thing.
Competition for what?
For your decorations?
For the decorations.
You have to register by October 1st.
And then the judging is the 11th, maybe, I was thinking. I don't know.
I saw it, but I can't remember exactly when it was, but, you know, we just want,
I usually have it done earlier.
so register and let's go.
Register and let's go.
So
Yes.
rock, real, roll, and ride.
Yes.
Okay,
All right.
okay, that's bringing us down now to our, executive session that we want to go into. So I need a motion for us to enter into our executive session so that we can discuss our nominations and, resumes for our new tourism commission, member. Can I get a motion for us to go into executive,
I make a
session?
motion to go into the executive session.
Can I get a
Second.
Okay, it's been motioned by Crystal and second by Cynthia that we go into our executive session. And we would ask that anybody that is not a member of our commission to please exit the building.
Thank you.
Then I'm going, okay. I'd like to get a motion to exit our executive session.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, it has been moved and second, motion by Cynthia Alta, second by Lorraine Brazil, that we exit our executive session. And now we are going to go back into a motion for, to return to our regular business meeting.
So moved.
Okay, motion by, Cynthia Alta, second by
Me. Edna.
Edna Kennedy, that we go back into our regular business meeting. And now I'd like to go into our last item on our agenda, for where we are going to get a motion about our candidates for filling our position, 2-month position for the Tourism Commission for the rest of the 2025 year, pending approval from the Washington Parish Council. So it has been suggested in our executive session that we send in the 3 resumes that we have, but that we are highly recommending that the Washington Parish Council consider our resumes from the Bogalusa area, in that we feel that we need representation from that area. Is that the motion?
That's the motion.
Can I get a second?
Second.
It has been motioned by Cynthia August, second by Lorraine Brazil, that the aforesaid statement be addressed and that we send that in to the Washington Parish Council. Can I get a vote?
Ella Rose Bickham,
Yes.
Cynthia August,
Yes.
Lorraine Hall,
Yes.
Edna Kennedy,
Yes.
Tanya Sharp,
Yes.
and Crystal Peterson.
Yes.
Okay, it has been motioned, second and voted upon that we do the aforesaid statement as our recommendation to the Parish Council for filling our commission spot. All right, with that being said, I'd like to get a motion to adjourn our September meeting.
I make a motion to adjourn.
I second it.
Okay, motion by Crystal Patterson that we adjourn our meeting, and whatever that last name
Tanya
is.
Sharp.
Tanya Sharp for our second. Okay, can I get a vote?
Yes.
All in favor
All
that
in
we
favor?
adjourn?
Yes.
Yes.